G'day guys, my name's Josh, you can call me JaWoodle, and welcome back to 7 days, welcome back to JaWoodle Park, my base building world, where I'm coming back with an idea that I'm actually pretty excited about, and it's something that I've done previously. Back in Alpha 21, I built that Sledge turret's grinder base, which was actually really bloody cool and worked out really well. But with some of the new discoveries and additions we've got in 1.0, I want to revisit that because I think I can make it even better again. I reckon we can make a grinder base 2.0, 1.0, a better one. It's mostly going to be based around contingent on these. These are the holy grail blocks that we discovered for the Sledge turret. Incredibly good. They allow the Sledge turret to bonk zombies through that gap, but I can't walk through it. The zombies can't get through it. It's everything that I ever wanted the block to be to make the Sledge turret even better again. Because in the first grinder base, the Sledge turret was just like on the side. The zombies ran by. It pushed them off the edge. It wasn't completely, I would say, foolproof, but probably Muppet-proof. It wouldn't stop the zombies as efficiently and as effectively as I hoped. But now with this, we can do something pretty special. So now we're just gonna find somewhere to build. I could build, I'm so mad about that one. I could build next to my failed Molotov spiral base. Wasn't really failed, I suppose, but nearly as good as I wanted it to be. Now let's get far away from that. Let's go far away from that. Try and put our sad memories behind us. That'll just about do us, I think. We don't need a massive area. I just need to start building just up a little bit. Surrounded by so many bases. It's getting out of hand. Actually, I was just gonna build this out of stairs, but with all the new blocks that we have now, let's build it out of something a little bit more fun. What have we got? Let's get it out of like the default shapes and find something a little bit spicier. Gazebo roof? No, I won't actually build it out of that one, but something like that. A thinner plate, in fact, Maybe now, after our disappointment with the slope plates in the Molotov spiral build, maybe this is the moment. Maybe this is the moment that the slope plates come back and do something good for us. Although it takes so long to get any height out of it. All right, we'll use that, but not quite that shallow. I'm gonna use those wedge 60s again, the same as what we ended up with on that Molotov base, mostly because if I get out of like the defaults again, it's actually got some pretty nice, well, I would call it like pyramid stairs if I was building them actually out of stairs, but the side pieces, the corner pieces, to give the zombies a nice smooth access, because if they get trapped on like a zombie trap, it's like any sort of sharp edge, they'll just start beating on shit. So trying to avoid that is always a great idea. Chuck in the filler, and then up we go with the plate version. Nice and slim, nice and just smooth. It's exactly what you want. Aesthetics always matter in base builds. Doesn't matter how you ended the zombies, as long as your base looks good doing it. In fact, just to really lean into the aesthetics, I was just gonna build a pillar out of regular blocks, but I reckon I can find, what's it gonna be? It's probably gonna be under the plate. I cannot spell plate. I've been having such an issue lately spelling the word plate, and I have no idea why. Yeah, we'll get you. Plate pole centered. What is happening to me? What is going on upstairs for me that I'm having such an issue with this? I'll grab you, then get the centered poles all the way down to the ground. In fact, I can probably replace the bottom ones with the same one as the top, just inverted again. So you, back around to the top. Yeah, that way. Let's do one side of the top so I don't collapse everything. That goes like you. That goes like you. That actually looks sick. That was a good decision. Good job, me. I'm actually going to turn where these supports are into my first turg. I want to turn it to the right just about there. So I'm going to get rid of these ones all the way down. I've replaced the block underneath that, that stanchion, I suppose you'd call it, with some actual concrete blocks. I'm very flustered today. I'm moving quickly. I'm trying to get this done. I want it to go well, but I've not had great luck recently, so I'm really hoping something goes my way after today. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I'm probably always this flustered and moving this quickly. I just don't really notice it until now. Maybe this is just how I am every day, and this is what you guys have been putting up with all these years. My bad. Sorry to put you through that. There we go. I've got my ramp going up to the top and all the way up to you. I've got a nice flat surface. So I've built those plates on the top of the block below so I can place things directly onto it without any real issues. And this is where I think it's really going to come in handy. So if I continue you just along this way, now I want to use those crown three-sideds, those holy grail blocks for the Sledge turret somewhere along here. but I want to push them back in this way. Just like what the first version of the grinder base was, I want to push them back into the center of that loop and then down into a pit of grinders, basically. It's a bunch of, like the, what are those things in America called when I have them in Australia? The garbage disposal in the sinks. I'm not sure why that's a thing. It sounds like an actual murder device for all of your digits, but yeah, like the spinning blades. Maybe that's what I should call this one. Instead of the grinder base, it could be the zombie garbage disposal. But they go into the hole in a bunch of blade traps and get minced up. That's what I want to do with this. I just need to find a good way to make that happen. So instead of going out that way with the way the first one would have worked, I'm going to pick a spot right in the middle. And I think from there, grab ourselves the crown 3-sided, that one, and put ya, I reckon, on the front. On the front like you. Because the only issue with the crown blocks is the sledge tires can't quite hit laterally. Like, it's really like down the guts, or they can't go side to side. So I kind of wanted to have them just run up like directly towards the block, but that may not be an option for me. People always look at me funny when I tell them we don't have garbage disposals in Australia. It's just not a thing we've ever had. I've literally never ever seen one. And the idea of them absolutely terrifies me. But there you go. I've got the ramp up. I've got some of the sledge at the top. That should do just about everything that I wanted to do. I just want to test it out real quick and see how the zombies will react to it. Yeah, good. You're fine. Up you go. All the way to the tippy top. They come to the window and get absolutely belted. The distance some of the sledge gets on that is outrageous. I've got to get some more in and to see how far they fly. Yeah, you clipped the side of it a little bit there. So if they're not right in the middle, there is some issues. And he focuses on the one who's there first. Yeah, okay. I might need to reevaluate some of that. He's really good as long as they're in the middle. But as soon as they're a little bit off kilter a bit, Sammy has some struts. Oh, actually, you know what? You know what's going to be even better than all of this? You come with me, Sammy. I'm going to break all of you and just continue building this up that little bit further. I broke my leg. I broke my leg. Of course I bloody did. But fortunately, it's JaWoodle Park on a playthrough, so I can just stitch it back together again. You, give me that block, please. I'm going to go up, because if I'm up, I can put in some ladders, and that will both control the way that the zombies approach me. It's much more controllable, and also the speed at which they get to me, so I won't have clusters where they can get over the blocks. It'll come one at a time, exactly as Sammy wants it. Easy bloody peasy. It does mean that like dogs and bears and stuff won't be able to get up here, but I'm not really worried about that. In fact, if that happens, they're just going to run around down here anyway and do basically nothing. When there's ladders involved, the dogs and the bears can't do anything. You, crown 3-sided, chuck it in just the way that we know works, like you. Perfect, and put Sammy back. There you go, Sammy. I gotcha. No need to stress. Here we go. They're already running up, and down they go. And in fact, they're not getting thrown nearly as far as they were before. Oh, unlucky for you, you tried to jump. You didn't even make it off the side. That's much better. That's much more controllable. Nice. I probably didn't need to build the ladder quite that high, but you can see how now it's staggered the zombies so much that I have so much less to worry about. I might even make it just a little bit better and put in, so it looks like it actually makes sense in physics. Let's get one of you and just put you in just like that. You gotta jump it? Yeah, there you go. So they get to that. It's a hurdle they have to jump, so it staggers them even more and gives Sammy even more of a chance. And look at that. And actually, even more of an improvement on the first version of this from Alpha 21. Every time now, because Sammy can't hit through that block, they're always gonna get fired in the same direction. Oh, that's gonna make the next bit even better. That's gonna make the next bit even better again. So that there, that's the golden line I gotta follow. So right down to here. I'm just going to put in just some sort of block so I know exactly what I'm dealing with. You, just there, just like a cheeky little marker. Perfectly in line. Alright, so I want to find the middle part, the middle of all of that, which is going to be actually right next to... It's 6 wide. I've built it 6 wide. I usually try and build in odd numbers so that there's always a central block, but it's even. I'll just have to deal... Oh, that's going to annoy me. That's going to annoy me though, because if there's not a central block... No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so the grinder tube, I think, is going to go here. And the blade traps are 3 wide. So we'll go like that. That's fine. Actually, that's actually even better. So if they do kind of have like the wet thwap off the side, they just kind of flow off the edge like unset gelatin, they'll still go into the hole and that will be fine. Which means on this side, I'm going to need some of you, just the regular poles. Although I do need your foundations to be nice and secure, so we'll get rid of you and you, chuck in some proper blocks and build basically a catch screen. So if Sammy gets a bit too vigorous and bonks them too hard, they'll hit a wall and drop down where I need them to be, so we don't lose any of them. I gave myself a much stronger foundation, just like built basically a foundation of concrete all the way around and dug this. Now this is a pit all the way down to bedrock. I might actually just add a cheeky floor into the bottom of it just because I know it's not as strong as bedrock, but makes me feel a bit better. And it's just a 3x3 hole all the way down. You can kind of already see how this is gonna go. I just want to add, can I get, what's gonna be, oh, maybe I should just you? Because I want to put in a little screen like that. There we go. I moved the poles a little bit closer as well so that they're right next to the pit. So I don't really need to build that much. I think like in my mind I was thinking I had to build like some wings to it to kind of wrap around in case there's any, in fact I probably still should, in case there's any mishits that go a little bit on the piss. Let's go like you actually. Let's go just like you, and we'll put the same on the other side, just like little like wraparounds, I suppose. Like, where are you gonna go? Like that? Yeah, just like you, and we'll add another one onto the outside of you, if I could. I probably can't, but even so, you can kind of see what I mean. So even if Sammy gets like a nick, just like a little outside edge to first slip, it's still gonna hit the screen and go down in. Although in fairness, if you miss it by that much, I don't think it's going in the hole regardless. Getting it in the hole, both mine and Sammy's worst aspect. Oh, you know what I might even do as well? I don't need to worry too much about this side because they can only fall in from there. Although now that I'm looking at it, perhaps some coverings on this side just to make doubly sure of it wouldn't be a particularly terrible shout in case there's, I don't know, they get stuck on the edge or something that's just gonna throw several spanners in the works. Put you like that, but then I think on these sides, I'm going to replace all of these. I'm going to go four down. Every block I go down is one less blade trap I get to have fun with. So I think I'll just keep it with 2. I was going to use the narrows, but maybe the wedge 60s will be fine. Oh, but the zombies can grip wedge 60s now. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go and just put in like a nice chamfered edge to make sure that no zombies escape. Like you, go across there. We'll get the same on the top, just to make it a little bit more seamless. You know, any sort of mishits, anything that's not quite right down the dead center, still want them to go in the hole and get minced up. Give her a cheeky little splash of paint as well. Paint jobs are always important, so you can see where the danger areas are. Don't mind the spinny blades of death. It's the red paint that lets you know that everything's about to get real bloody bad. And in fact, I might even paint all of that. Yep, mark it all up. Go with the spray gun and paint all of you. No? You just don't want to do it for me? Alright, never mind then. I'll do it the old-fashioned way, just by looking and pouring all the way down. All the way down. We'll pretend like this is blood, right? We're garbage disposaling zombies. Is that the verb? Garbage disposaling? Either way, we're garbage disposaling zombies. There's gonna be blood everywhere. It makes sense. I just want to give this a cheeky little test run. I'll spawn in just a couple of zombies, get them all pissed off so they can come over and run up the ramp. I mean, it looks deceptively simple. I don't like how narrow the columns are standing on are, but it seems to work out fine. Going up you come, bonk, straight into the backboard, and, and straight down the hole. Oh, Sammy. Oh, she hit that gap. She hit that gap perfectly. And so that's why I had the plates there. I need to extend that up. Just to extend that up so Sammy can't nail the gap quite as perfectly. That, like, them going gooey and getting sent down is just so satisfying to me. Oh, that would have hurt, though. All right, Sammy's too good. Sammy's too good at getting it in the hole. He heard me talking shit before, and he's like, I'm going to fucking show you. He's been getting into the hole more times than I have in my entire life. I'm kind of a little bit jelly about it. Old mate Sammy boy's showing me up. Last one. Bonk. Oh, Sammy, you're taking the piss now. I get it. All right, good job. We're all proud of you. Honestly, you think you can have some bands between you and your robot buddy, but nah. Old mate Captain One-Up up there can't let you have bloody anything. Thought we had a moment of solidarity. I thought you and me were just like, you're one of the same, cut from the same cloth, but fine, Sammy. Have it your way then. I fixed up the holes, so you got nothing to aim for anymore. I'll just quickly continue that painted stripe all the way down to make it go faster. Plus 20 horsepower. There you go, Sammy. All yours. I don't think that hurdle is actually necessary. In fact, it's causing more problems than it's solving. So I'll get rid of you. And straight in. Oh, Sammy! Alright. What, I took away the hole and what are you beating on? And you were like, nah, you took away my funds. I'm going to find a new game to play. Up comes the next Arlene and... See, that's better. That's better. That's what we're here for. Perfect. Perfect aim. Right in. Other than a couple of extra vigorous bonks that went up and over the top, which I actually think I could probably sort out with just like one more layer up the tippy top. Doesn't really need to be all that much. I mean, you're not really getting any elevation on. I think it's just a couple of lucky ones. So I'll just get you all in just like that. But that, as a proof of concept, I think works very, very well. So now it's the fun part. Let's start chucking in the old blender. Let's start dicing and... No, I dicing and nothing else, just dicing. So I'm really hoping this is still a thing. I don't know for sure, but I'm hoping you can still stack blade traps on top of other blade traps. So if I... Well, that's probably the absolute banger of a position for the first one. Also, I haven't really looked at the new design of the blade traps since 1.0. They've been updated, and they do look pretty good, don't they? They do look nice and cool. All right, yeah, no, that's all fine. But then from there, I should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Just stack blade traps on blade traps and blade traps. And now you can see where the whole idea of this being a garbage disposal comes from. You can go all the way down. I think it's actually getting connected to the wall on the side rather than the blade trap itself, but it helps to line it all up. I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's gonna lag like shit when we turn it on. But it's gonna be fun. I've put in all of the blade traps. There's 26 in there in total. No, it'd be 23 in total because I destroyed the bottom 3. Because now that I have this giant pit, even though there's a million flying blades in there, there's no guarantee that the zombies will actually die if they get thrown in. So I want to put in some sort of escape for them. Some sort of way for them to climb back out and start all over again. And I reckon lining it up right with the middle of it, right about there, I think, right next to the starting point of the ramp back up again, is definitely the right call. So I'm going to line all of you up. I'm going to extend you all the way down to the same level. Going to make a nice little concrete shell and then a gap up the middle with the block replacement tool. So very handy. I know it might seem a little bit dumb to be building some sort of way for zombies to escape a death trap I'm building for them, but if I don't give them some way, if they do survive the fall, they'll just get stuck down here and start breaking on everything. I give them a way out. If they do survive, all they're going to do is go, that kind of sucked, run back out and run all the way back up again just to get bonked by Sammy back down the hole and restart the blending process. So it's just good cricket. It's good practice to have some sort of way for them to escape. Go all the way down to there. I want to replace all those concrete blocks with air, just like that. In fact, I went one too many, but that's okay. Just fill you up with that one. And just like that, we've got a nice easy way out, chuck a ladder in, and a nice easy escape for the zombies. Got my ladder in all the way to the top, and you know what? If this is the blender base, the grinder base, the garbage disposal base 2.0, we need to make it 2.0 by making everything better than it used to be. I want to get the hinges on that side. Perfect, because I only really want that to be open when the blades are running. Hold on. Hold everyone's phone. Garage door. 5x3. Holy shit, are you like the exact right size? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. If I get rid of this slopey side, I could... Hang on a second. I could advance rotation you. I want to chuck you right in the guts. I could make like a proper, like, seal on it. Like that. So when I turn the power off, It's sealed. Nothing can fall in there. I can't fall in there, but when I open it, it'll open up actually on this side, so I really actually don't need these ones at all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. You get out of the way, please, and the one down below. Bang, bang, and then you... I need to run some power. I need to run some power and test this, but look at that. Look at that. When it's not horde night, when you're just driving around, you can seal it up. It's nice and secured. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. I want to go with the fanciest steel doors. Ooh, I could almost... That's not a bad idea. Just like, I'm going to go with the fanciest steel doors because they've got the windows, so you could stand on top and look through the windows down at your deadly creation. I can't put you in like that, but could I... Is it maybe that rotation? Because then it comes out of the ground because it clips through, but... not quite. I don't think that's actually going to work the way that I want it to. That'd be so good. Nah, that's the right way. That's the right way. And in fact, to make it look like it actually exists in the world, because, you know, physics is a thing we have to abide by it occasionally. I'm going to chuck you in like that. You in like that. So when you're up, you're lined up with those. It's like the frame that holds the door. I mean, it doesn't really take away from anything, just adds to it. Just adds. That's so good. Nah, I changed my mind. I changed my mind immediately. The more smooth we can make this, the better. And hey, if 7 days is going to do some funny things, it can do some funny things to my benefit for a change. I don't really need this to be an awful lot of stuff, so just chucked in a battery bank. I built just like a little bunker. A little bunker at the top. I've got my holy grail blocks by crown three-sided because they make nice windows as well. It's actually what they're supposed to be like, up and all around. So from that switch, I don't think... Ooh, it might actually. It does have... Oh my goodness. It's got the length to make it to the door. So I just want to test this out. I want to test this out to start with. So from you to you. Now the golden rule here, I always try to avoid daisy chaining, especially destructible stuff. So like the blade traps. If you go from like the door to the blade trap and then blade trap to blade trap to blade trap to blade trap all the way down and daisy chain them together, as soon as one of the blade traps gets destroyed, it breaks an electrical circuit. So you really don't want to be daisy chaining things together. From you, like that. Like that. That's what you don't want to be doing. In fact, I kind of want to put in some relays somewhere to make this slightly better. And I'm definitely going to run out of juice in the batteries before I can run all of the blade traps. I might have to just kind of forego some of the bottom ones, but here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sit up here. You turn on, pop out of my body, opens the doors, the blade traps are spinning, the bucket looks good. Okay, so just with that then, with just that running at the moment, let's get just a bunch of Arlenes, get their attention, and just watch what happens to them, because they should come upstairs, get bonked down. It'll take a little while for them to show up again. Perfect. And you can't quite hear it. They are definitely getting hit by the blade traps, though. Yeah, they definitely bloody are. Some of them aren't quite making it in the hole. Maybe that little sloped side was actually important, but the door that closes it is definitely way cooler. Can you guys please stop beating on shit and come back up to the top again? I just want to see if I can get a better look. I can get a better look. Like down here, and here they come. They get sliced, but with the tendons they have left, they come back out the hole. How you doing, Arles? Great to see them. And back up the ramp again. It's so cool. I love shit like this. This is what this game is supposed to be. Not with like, you know, all creative like solutions to the horde being patched out. This is such a cool idea. I love it. This is how you're supposed to use traps. Funnily enough, I was considering like chucking in a wire relay somewhere down here, but the door itself, yes, I know it's the steel door, but I was talking about this. Oh, it has a maximum number of wire connections. All right, fair play then. I was talking about this in the JaWoodle's coffee series. That like the doors, like all the doors are made at the same point. All the powered stuff is made at the same point. So the iron garage door, which is the base tier, absolute basement model, still gets unlocked with 75 books, the same as the steel doors do. So there's no real reason not to make the absolute best if you unlock it. So steel doors are so bloody strong that like 30,000 health it's got. That's so much stronger than any wire relay is ever going to be. Unfortunately though, the game has said that I do need to run wire relays because I can only wire up so many things to the to the door itself. I might actually unwire the last one, you, and I'll go from the door to you and wire everything up from there. I'm still concerned about how much wattage I actually have in the battery bank upstairs to run all of this, but for now, oh. Wait, can I? Yeah, there you go. For now, my body was still upstairs and way too far away, even though it looks like I'm in my body at the moment. Where is my body actually? Just here. All right, fair enough then. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of wattage I have, but that's a later me problem. We'll be fine. Ah, idiot. I just wanted to change the support. I was like, you know what? I don't really like these fragile bloody spaghetti supports I've made. I just want to change it up to something else. And I collapsed the whole thing because of course I did. All right, sick. Wouldn't be a Woodle Park video unless I was collapsing my contraption somehow. Old habits don't die hard. They just never bloody die. Okay, so I've wired everything up. Turns out you can wire 9 devices to 1 wire relay. So I've got 8 blade traps per relay, and then the 9th runs down to the next one, down to the next one, down to the next one. It's a bit of a rigmarole, but that's right, we got it all done. I'm now very curious about whether or not this is actually going to have enough juice to get this going. You've got 300 watts of power. The doors are all working. And I definitely saw, yeah, okay. So you take 20 watts. How much does the door take? 5 watts? 5 watts. So even if I got rid of both doors, I wouldn't have enough juice to get another blade trap spinning. So I guess we're just, actually, I was gonna say we can just get rid of them, but with this, as blade traps die, as they get broken, more starts spinning down the bottom. So if I start wiring, taking things away, and then you, I think they're spinning down here, are they? Okay, so which one's the first one I saw spinning is the third one down on that relay. So if I start disconnecting you, third one down from that relay should be, is now spinning. So yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. So like as they get broken, as they stop working, new ones come into the spin. That's pretty good. Oh, you are shitting me though. Okay, so I reconnected them, but because of the game's mod, I've connected them after the ones down the bottom, so it's not like it doesn't, the electricity doesn't flow. I didn't know this until right now. The electricity doesn't flow from the battery bank to the switch, even though that's what the yellow dots are saying. The path of electricity doesn't actually matter. In the game's mind, I connected these last, so these get power last, which means I would have to reconnect everything to get them to work properly. Or actually, I could just go like that and then reconnect you. That gets the top one spinning and you guys are spinning again. I forgot to connect that one. God damn it. You go like that, do the same thing again. Boop you, boop that, and then rewire that one. They're all spinning. Why aren't you spinning? No! Alright, let that be a lesson to you. Don't fuck about with electricity because it'll cause you all sorts of headaches. There we go. They're now all spinning properly because I am absolutely clapped. I've completely used all of my electricity budget. Good. Okay, I don't really think there's much left for me to do, is there? That's all automated. So I turn you off. I love that door. I love that the door slides across to seal it up so Muppets like me don't accidentally fall down there and come a cropper. Look at it. Look at it down there. That's so good. I love that there's a window you can peek through. And it's just, there's the little things like that. Little things like that make everything so much better. It's gonna quickly chuck on a little bit of an awning, a little, not really a balcony, but just a roof going across to you. Kind of spin you back around the other way, please, like that. Perfect, and we're gonna match it like that one and put a wedge tip all the way out on the front. Nice, so if they do climb all the way up here and they, like the ones below on the ladder push the ones at the top up a bit further before something has a chance to bonk, they're just gonna hit that and get pushed back again, so no real dramas there. I'm I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with this. I reckon we're about at the right point to start running some Horde Knights. Go like you, flip you around like that. I'm gonna get a door from somewhere. What about like a nice suburban front door? Why not? Pink old interior door, pink interior house door, purple interior house door. You will do. Except you're a double. Josh, well, you knew you only had one gap. How'd you get that wrong? That will do. That will do. Nice. Can you go like that? There we go. It's like it was meant to be. I'll put in some lanterns around the place so at least I can see what they're up to. Let's go Horde Knight, please. That's the button. You, that one. There we go. Here comes the Horde. I mean, the ladders, I don't love the look of the ladder, but the functionality of the ladder is just so good. Oh, speaking of so good though, can you get out of that, please? I need to give you a tickle so the doors are open. You could even set that to like a tripwire or something so that like as the zombies come up to get you, a screamer or something, for example, will trip the wire. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Cancel the Horde. Cancel the Horde. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you all in for no reason. Back to you. Get rid of all the zombies. Thank you all for coming, but you know what? I think that makes a lot, like, so much cooler sense to me. Screamer shows up, trips the wire, door opens, blades start churning, rinse the Screamer. The only thing I can see being an issue with that though is that door closing before the Screamer has a chance, if he doesn't die, to path out and start again. So I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that one. I might even just go like this. It's not super necessary. I don't care about zombies climbing out. I want to trap them inside if they don't fall in to start with. Plus, like, me having access is probably not a bad shout as well to do repairs. All right, you give me tripwires. That's such a cooler idea. All right, so I got the tripwire right there. It's probably a little bit close, but I think it should be enough time for the door to open down below. My camera's gone all gooey. Are you right? Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so power delay instant. I want duration to be maybe like a full minute. A minute's a long time, actually. It's going to waste a lot of power, and because I'm burning all 300 watts immediately, it's going to drain the battery so bloody quickly, but that should go like that. And in fact, you know what? I was going to wire up the switch as well, but I think I'm using every last watt. I am too, because I think you use one of the watts. Is it 1 watt each? Has that potentially cost me one of the blade traps to run the tripwire? I think it might have. But I do not care. It's way too cool to worry about my energy budgets. All right, so you go like that. I'm happy as Larry, sitting at the top in my little bunker. I want to spawn a Screamer. And look at that. Look at that. Everything's off. I'm saving power. That's bloody beautiful. Where's the Screamer? There you are. All right, hey. I'm up in my little bunker. Do you want to go for a little hop? Wrong stairs, sweetheart. Yeah, there you go. Go for a little hop up my ramp. It actually looks really cool. That actually looks really bloody cool. But here we go. I don't think she'll scream. She might actually. She might scream when she gets to the top, but that's okay. There it is. Touches the tripwire. Door opens. Sammy goes, get the fuck out off my lawn. Penetrates her into the wall. I fucking Han soloed a Screamer? What have I done? I've got a very vocal wall ornament. I've inserted you into bloody concrete carbonite. All right, well, let's pretend that didn't happen. There you go. Down you go. Into the slicer and dicer. I Han soloed a Screamer. That's so funny. Alright, I'll get rid of ya. I'm all about having pets, but I'm probably not like that. But look at that. Now it's running, it's slicing, we're all good, and every new zombie that comes through re-triggers the tripwire so it won't turn off. Up you go, get bonked, down you go. That's tickled me. I'm up being delirious. I'm gonna eat a snack or something. That's absolutely tickled me. I'm not actually sure if all the zombies that went down there did actually get or killed in the end, but that's fine. Got the view. Straight down they go. I saw pieces of that guy's body come off. If those blade traps, oh, she missed the hole. If those blade traps have like a much better decap chance than they used to, they might actually be viable again. I never really use them because they're just expensive and you have to repair them or whatnot. Yeah, nah, you're fine there, Copperoo. I've got the Holy Grail blocks up, so you can't get me anyway. Bonk, down you go. Screw me, didn't get Han Solo this time. Just made it in and closed up like a can of fish. I love this. Now that we've had our fun and rewired up to, or the whole base to be tripwide instead, let's just quickly get the Horde back in, coming from, oh yeah, coming out of the rising red moon. Look how cool that looks. I love the way this game looks. I've been playing this game for a long time and I'm always thrilled at how it looks. And I'm always thrilled at how these bases work out for me. Up you come, down you go, right down the guts of it. I think I'm most thrilled, I don't know why that keeps happening. I'm most thrilled about that garage door, sealing it shut. That's just such a nice little detail that I wasn't expecting to be able to do. But like with the addition of the Holy Grail block for the Sledge turret, just makes it so much more efficient, so much more better in almost every way. Down all they go. Oh, the door's closed. They shouldn't have closed. So do those tripwires, like when it gets to the 30 seconds, even if it's been triggered since then, it still like shuts off and waits for the next one? I thought it resets the timer every time it gets touched. What's going on? Why are you having such trouble over here? You just wanted some attention. You just wanted me to watch what you were doing like a kid in the pool. All right, fair enough then. I thought the tripwires would reset their timer every time they were touched, but they don't seem to. Yeah, look at that. So they turn off and wait for a re-triggering. Okay. I guess maybe the switch would have been a better idea. One got stuck on the top of the wall. How did that happen? It's right here, fell off. We're fine. Sammy's getting some real loft on that, like he's using his pitching wedge. So maybe the switch was technically the better idea, but the tripwire, it's just cool. It's just cool. It's like a hungry Sarlacc. A screamer shows up, jaws open wide, and get gobbled. It's fantastic. I'm going to try and put in another lantern all the way down the bottom here so I can see if I can put on both sides. There we go. So I can see everything that's going on in the blender. I might even I might just make this. Hang on a second. Can I get my wire tool? I'm going to go back to the switch because I feel like that was better. From you to you, and then you to you. So you are actually on. Yeah, no, there we go. I might just get this. Like, I've been putting a lot of shorts out recently. Maybe I'll just put this out. Just this as a short, like a wallpaper, but in vertical form. Because how could you not love it? They get bonked, they get sliced, they get turned into julienne. It's just very satisfying to me. The fact that the Sledge turret's just so much more accurate now than it used to be because they're not running by him. That was the biggest problem with that first blender base, is that as they were running by, the Sammy spray was just so wide. It was everywhere, getting over everything. But with this, because they're coming up the ladder through that block, they're hitting that red stripe like every time. So they're always going into the hole without too much worry. Can you stop breaking that, please? I need that for later. It just makes everything so much better again. Do we still have any zombies coming up out of the tube? No, we don't. Is that because they're all dying? Oh, they are. Look at the loot bags. Look at the loot bags down here. Oh, g'day, mates. You're dead. You're dead. You managed to survive, though. Well done for you. Real proud of you. Can I put in just like a cheeky light down here as well? Yeah, there we go. There's body parts, there's bodies, there's pockets falling down here. I'm turning the bottom of this into a bloody zombie ball pit. A zombie part ball pit. Well, there you go, guys. I'm gonna leave this episode here. What an absolute success. After the heartbreak of the Molotov spiral base not working the way I wanted to, this working so well and exactly how I wanted to, and then some. It's so good. The rapid thwacking of the zombies falling in the blender and getting blended. It's just a good time. It's just a bloody good time. Anyway, I was going to sit here and watch this for a little while because it is absolutely therapeutic for my zombie murdering soul. And I'm going to have to leave this episode here. I've got plenty more bases and things that I want to build and things that I want to do. So I will be back in JaWoodle Park again before too long. But, man, oh, it's a good time. It's expensive, I know, with the blade traps, but man, how could you not? If you had the resources, why wouldn't you build something like this? It's way too bloody good. But I'll have to leave this blender running here and let's come back and do some more things to really take the piss out of the zombie apocalypse in another episode, because this episode is done. So thank you guys for watching. Most of all, thank you to the patrons of the Patreon who made this episode possible. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter, but don't talk to you there first. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.